Cyberspace Cadet, Cyber Fan, and Fanbots Galore. It's Irate Prostate. It's Saturday. What the fuck? Oh. There's an explanation coming. It's great to be here. We're doing what's called an open house tonight. Because of holidays and stuff, nobody, all right. I had the instructions about the green room are for the guests. Right? People are so sweet. You know, they're really cool.
We respect you, bud.
Yeah. I appreciate that. It makes me uncomfortable, but I appreciate it. Let's see. Pull that people in here and say, welcome to the open house, the Creem Streem open house. We're flying by the seat of our pants, literally. I'm out of jail. YouTube can suck my big honker. And on that note, let's say hey to everybody that's in the house tonight. Hey, Tim of the Hun.
Hi, Ray. How are you doing? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Ew.
All right, Philip Daniel, greetings, sir.
Fröhliche Weihnachten.
Fröhliche Weihnachten und guten Neujahr. John?
All right,
Yeah.
turn up your mic a little bit.
Turn up my mic?
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm coming in loud. They can't hear you.
Oh. All right, can you hear me now? You might need to check the way my volume's set on your thing. I might have something to do with it too.
All right, Chet, can you hear him?
Is that any better? Check 1, 2. That's right. I'm moving the needle. Sometimes. And,
There's a delay.
there's oh, look at that. Yes, some app bopped it down quite a bit. So thank you for that. All right. Well, at least so last week got sunk. Sora was there. And we'll talk about that in a second. Roasted Opinions, greetings, sir.
Greetings, Irate. Bump up just a hair more.
Just a hair more. Okay. I'm gonna leave it right there and see what if that's any good. The chesting 1, 2. That's kind of as loud as it's gonna get, I think. I'm sore.
You got it.
Now you got it.
All right, cool. And Sora Luna.
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Since you were so traumatized by what happened to us via YouTube last Friday night, I figured that I would definitely go out of my way and make sure that there was a space for you, so you could complain and lay down your curses at Susan Wojcicki, or
I appreciate that.
whatever her fucking name is. Right? Well,
Her name was Karen.
Her soul is Karen. Her name is Susan.
That's right. That's right. All right, hold on a second. I've got the. Oh, I forgot. There's the demon tranny ain't going away. No, I'm kidding. So how's everybody doing? So I guess all right. let me fix this picture. This is a shit show, y'all. I apologize. But
That was perfect.
yes.
It's fitting for the holidays in 2020.
Indeed. Well, when the Christmas tree's on
It's
fire.
just the chill tree.
Yeah.
I didn't
Indeed.
do it. I didn't do it.
But not the pill stream or the kill stream. Even though reasonable facsimiles of Ethan Ralph do adorn this current page that we're on. So everybody have a good Christmas? Yes, no?
Yes.
No, it was pretty good. My kids didn't physically fight at all. It was a win.
No bruises. No
No
black
bruises.
eyes.
And we gave them Nerf guns,
Oh, cool.
Oh.
and they're girls.
Oh, you go for the kill.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Merciless.
They are, dude. My 8-year-old accidentally shot my 13-year-old in the throat twice.
Yeah, accidentally.
Exactly.
No, you should never pillow fight.
It was an accident.
Also, never pillow fight with girls because you go, okay, yeah, you're supposed to do it light. No, it goes whack. if your head doesn't spin the other way, you're not doing it right.
Exactly.
I had a friend make the mistake of getting in a pillow fight with a girl once. After the pillow fight was over, he had to go to the dentist and get 3 teeth replaced.
Whoa.
That's right.
Dang. Philip, how was your Christmas?
It was relaxed.
Yeah, you kind of sound like me, man. Me and Daisy were just kind of chilling out. I watched some interesting movies. One is about I'll have to look it up, but it was a very, very weird Finnish movie about it's like you think it's a horror film, and then all of a sudden it's oh my god, it's just one of those that'll bust you upside the head and make you go, okay. Also saw let's see. Oh, Uzi and I watched the complete Mandalorian, both season 1 and 2. Have any of y'all seen it yet?
Not yet.
Oh, binge watched it. Love it.
Yeah.
I'm a Star Wars freak.
Yeah. Well, see, me too, man. My relationship with Star Trek was Star Wars is really weird because I had won the tickets to a surprise showing. It was an early screening of the movie, and they didn't tell us what the name of the movie was or anything. And I watched that movie all by myself next to, I think, the dude that was a critic for the newspaper. And he smoked a joint in the theater, and I thought I was going to get arrested. Right? But then the movie starts, and I'm like, holy shit, this is incredible. The whole, that first scene with the Star Destroyer, overtakes the ship, and Darth Vader opens. It was really cool, iconic shit. And I love the way the Mandalorian makes all these wonderful, man, that's what's so cool about Jon Favreau is whenever he's in charge of anything, he puts so much love into it, and I dug that. I dig that.
It helps that he's the kind of guy that would stand in line for 2 hours just to get Mark Hamill's signature.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, you can tell that he loves the universe. You can tell that it's not just the movies that he's watched. He's also read into the extended universe
and the comics and shit.
Disney. Yep. I'm still pissed about them declaring it all to be non-canon, but you can tell that he has an absolute passion for Star Wars, and they need to leave him in charge of Star Wars for the next 25 years.
I do not disagree.
I'm liking that people are liking it in a series format. I'm hoping that continues because to me, I like the idea of say a mini series or something like that. A grander story, sort of like how The Mandalorian is over, 12 chapters or however they sort of title them. It's nice. You can tell more story without having to sacrifice for time because they're putting it in the cinema.
Right.
They need to bring out Rogue Squadron.
Well, and what I liked about The Mandalorian too is it's back to that old school TV type. Every episode is almost like its own story, right? Because every episode is a new mission. And he's got it, and there's a whole all this Sergio Leone Italian spaghetti western thing going on there. It's just
That theme song is really good.
Yeah.
That was a surprise for me for the first when I saw
Yeah.
the first season. It's such a good theme. I like it.
Oh, y'all know AP had put out the part 6 of the Scooby Saga. Right?
The music.
Yeah. All right. So, and he uses the music from The Mandalorian, as the transition. That was funny as shit, man. He doesn't miss a stroke. Yeah. We got a long haul, people. Everybody's too quiet. So let's move to the. Well, no, we're in the right room.
I'm sorry, I'm just not that big a Star Wars fan. You guys keep talking about movies and stuff, and like Star Trek and everything. And my first book that I read independently as a kid was The Hobbit. So for me, Tolkien is where all my inspiration and stuff like that lies.
No doubt.
Oh, I love Tolkien, and Hobbit is still my favorite book of all time.
It's
Closely followed by the Silmarillion.
Yeah. Those are 2 excellent books. Farmer Giles of Ham is actually a fantastically fun story to read with your kids. It is just, when they're little, it's really, really fun.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I nerd out in a different way. I'm kind of a bibliophile, so.
I nerd out in every way. I'm just a walking freaking dork, and I love it.
Yeah, it's like you got to get excited about something.
Look, I play D&D too.
Oh, look who it is. Excel.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man, how was your Christmas?
It was really nice. I actually like the fact that it was just immediate family. It was a little less crazy in the house.
Right.
We did a non-traditional dinner, which consisted of 16 pounds of barbecue from this barbecue joint.
Fuck yeah.
Which was way too much, and I have probably I probably have 4 pounds in the fridge right now. That
barbecue pork or beef?
Oh, we get it all here.
Chicken. So you get a mix.
Pulled pork, brisket. They actually did turkey and ham.
Oh wow!
Sliced pork and burnt ends.
Oh, I would love a hickory smoked ham.
I wonder how many people did something non-traditional for Christmas dinner instead of doing like a ham or a turkey or something. So, did anybody do Chinese?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I did. I've been Uzi and I occasionally will like do something, right? I'll do something or she'll do it, right? And so I got this urge to make Kung Pao chicken. All right, and so and everything that I was watching, what I did was I ended up combining all the elements that were consistent. And I figured I watched like 7 or 8 different people, and their versions of it, just consistency. But what I did was, all right, so we had 2 pounds of chicken. I said, well, I might as well make, enough, and then that way we can get another meal out of it, right? And so she's the girl that I had watched the most, she said, and grab a handful of dried chilies, which are these whole, dried chilies. You cut them up and you leave some of them whole. You put them in, right, as part of the thing. But her hands were really small, and so I doubled it, and I put 2 of my handfuls in the chicken. And,
so less emphasis on the Kung and a lot more emphasis on the Pow.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the next day.
Fire detector.
Dude.
Your asshole was burning, bro.
It was tingling. I mean, for hours. Well, for a couple minutes after. This is like a.
Now that you said
I'm
something,
ashamed to
Beijing's
say
gonna
that I might have liked that. I don't know. Sora, what does that mean?
Right, we lost you.
You lost me.
Oh,
Yes.
there you are. It like
Hello?
faded out and then it came back. That was wild. It keeps fading in and out. This is bizarre.
I see. I'm moving, so that might have something to do with it, right?
might.
It might.
It might. So yeah.
Now that you said something about your Kung Pao chicken recipe, Beijing might hack into your computer just to get the recipe for their solid rocket fuel.
No doubt. I'm telling you, man, because I felt like I was like a conduit for a river of lava. I'll say it like that.
Was the only thing that faced you guys a conduit of lava?
I didn't think it was. Well, see, and I got this Tabasco scorpion sauce, which is made out of scorpion peppers. And yeah, and I eat that with the they do this thing called the hot Korean noodle challenge.
Yes, that's like glow in the dark red.
Yeah, and
from the chili oil.
Yeah, actually, I can eat a packet of that, and then I put a little bit of that scorpion on top of that. And
man, I can't believe that your intestinal system's doing better than mine is.
Dude, I love hot shit.
Did you get that shit replaced too?
No, not yet, man. Not yet.
Allows you to process that still.
Okay.
If I eat spicy foods, like I'm fucked the next day.
I think I put a wood burning oven in here. There's
I'm
enough
still
room.
totally fine.
I love spicy food. Don't get me wrong, but if I eat more than if I get even from Pizza Hut, right? They're burning hot wings, not even that hot. If I eat like a whole 8 of them, the next day I'm shitting fire. And
no, I make habaneros hot enough that my Tejano neighbors, real Mexican, they make some of the hottest fucking chilies. These are some of the people that helped design the Carolina Reaper and the Ghost chili. And when they take your habaneros and go, yeah, I'm going to use half of what I normally would in that with these. Dude, growing habaneros in the Texas sun makes them, they are like almost neon orange, and they are some of the strongest, most deliciously sweet habaneros. Oh my God, they are so good.
They got a great flavor. If you get them that fresh, that's good stuff.
My butthole hurts just talking about it.
Dude, they actually make a habanero that's it's called an obonero or something like that.
Right.
And it's the fruit of a habanero without the capsaicin in it. So it's like a giant sweet pepper. So it's a habanero flavor without the spice. I can't wait to start trying those.
Want the spice, but can't have it.
Oh, but I have kids, so I want to grow those.
You're talking about non-traditional Christmas. We actually do the I think this is our 4th year in a row doing that on Christmas Eve. Usually though, my mom does extended family, right? Dinner on actual Christmas Day. So on Christmas Eve, we decided, mom's getting older, so to take some of the weight off of it, I would always go down there and pick up Arthur Bryant's. The first year I ordered 8 pounds or 6 pounds. That was more than enough for everybody, because she still made a green rice and cake and cookies and things like that, green beans, chips, dip, cheese balls, just all that other kind of snack
why
food.
didn't you invite us, man? What what did we do?
Well, so this year she's the one that called in the order, and she ordered 16 fucking pounds. It was absolutely insane. She sent everybody home basically with 4 pounds of meat, because that's what was left after dinner.
That's awesome.
Not bad.
My family eats 5 pounds of meat in a sitting. No lie.
I bet, man.
My family of 5 eats 5 pounds of meat in a sitting.
Yes.
If I order 5 pounds of barbecue, nobody else in my family gets some.
Yeah. No. Look, I get it. Plus, this place is pretty generous. You say 6 pounds, they don't fucking wait.
Yeah.
The
Outside.
thing is that there was more food than just the barbecue, and it was 6 people. It was 6 adults. The kids, they'll snack on it. So.
Oh, see, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Hellboy 2 with the tooth fairies that eat literally everything.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my daughters. We had a 15-pound turkey. We no longer have any leftovers.
What kind of sides do they offer up there, Excel?
That place, coleslaw, barbecue, and baked beans. Or coleslaw, baked beans, and fries.
Yeah, of course. the holy trinity of barbecue sides.
Oh no, you need fried pickles. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's got their own thing. Usually, especially down here, each barbecue, even the indies have got their own little specialty that they do.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that maybe a Texas thing?
Arthur Bryant's does the place we order from, they do their own pickles, and I really like their pickles, but they don't fry them.
Oh God, y'all are missing out. Fried pickles are heavy.
I've had fried pickles.
I just tried fried pickles for the first time last month. I've
What'd
never
you
had
think?
them before.
Oh.
Tasty. I enjoyed them, but I think the hype was too real around them. I like unfried pickles a bit more. I'm sorry.
I like fried pickles dipped in mustard.
Dude.
I did not.
We're all talking about food.
The better it is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I want to, this is an open house, and if you're in my server, if you can hop in and we'll yank you in. You can hang out and talk if you want to. We're just chilling out on Saturday night, couple hours, lead up to Brother AP's show at 11.
Sweet.
Central.
Oh my God, Did you see what AP was posting on Twitter yesterday and today?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm just curious if anything comes of that.
Yeah.
He just had enough. He's like, fuck it. We're done with hollow threats. So I'm actually gonna call the police.
Yeah.
It's scary though, this whole situation. I'm new to it, and all I can say is that's just first of all beyond inappropriate, but also why are you're aiming for you're contacting the vulnerable people of the family, not just like the people you're upset with.
Well, yeah, everybody on the
What
internet knows
happened?
that he's full of shit.
What happened?
Scooby was going around with threats again and ended up, I don't know, contacting AP's daughter on Facebook, and the AP said, fuck it, and whatever.
No. He called his grandfather.
Oh, called his grandfather. That's what it was. It was Pat's daughter.
Pat's kid, unfortunately.
They called him a couple of times,
so-
and Pat's daughter. Right?
So AP just had enough, and just finally he's like, I have all your information. I have all the recordings, so I'm finally in an incident with the police.
Oh, I hope Scooby enjoys prison.
Yeah,
I
especially
really
in
do.
Texas, because they have some pretty strict laws about making threats over the internet to Texans.
So he fought it with the Long Island police. So here's the reality. Depending on how many people filed a report, which I'm sure multiple people did, there's a good chance that, because nobody's going to show up to court over there, that at first they're just going to slap his wrist and just be like, all right, we don't want to hear another report like this from you ever again.
I think AP said that the total right now of people that he's actually threatened is like 83.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a stupid number, but
It's in the fucking 80s, people.
yeah, there's the other
83.
thing.
You guys have the defense, like insanity defense in the States, like something where it's like due to mental health, they're not gonna persecute or anything.
Yeah,
Well,
but
Yes,
the
but-
insanity defense
But he's
for
still
Scooby will get him put into a involuntary commitment for a while.
Well,
That's how that insanity
Might-
defense works, because he can't
He-
argue temporary
It might reduce,
insanity.
Go ahead.
might reduce his sentence, but it won't necessarily acquit him.
Mhm.
Hmm.
might negate certain elements of intent for certain charges, but not for others. So
There's really not a lot of ways to say you're mentally deficient and can't understand what you're doing in this situation. It's a really, really hard argument.
He needs psychiatric help. That's without question.
No shit.
He's poorly medicated.
Yeah.
He's poorly medicated. After living up here in Portland, I realized that I think about 50% of the crazies you see on the internet, it has nothing to do with who they are. It has nothing to do with their background. It has to do with being put into a system through the government called Medicaid and being shuffled through a basically corporate medical system that doesn't listen to what you're saying, just looks at a blanket list of symptoms and derives what your problem is with zero troubleshooting with the actual human in front of them. They just tell you to take this stuff.
Kind of like a conveyor belt medical system.
Yes, it's very impersonal and it's really, really dangerous.
Scooby's stupid. Scooby's scared of Trippy. Ha.
Well, and Scooby has some serious personality flaws, and on top of it, there are people telling him he needs to take these medicines or whatever to act in a different way, and it's fucking him up. And somebody needs to put their foot down and get him the fuck out of that situation. And I'd like to know why the fuck his wife is still letting him on the internet.
Yeah.
Right?
No shit. I'd like to see him try to threaten somebody.
You know, that was
laugh that it's fucking
basic
cold.
bitch work. Especially like with Facebook
Basic
and the way
bitch.
all that stuff works.
I can't say that that's
Nothing he
ever
did is
threatened me.
incredibly special for getting a hold of people's information.
was
A
just
lot of
frightened
people
of me.
just kind of had it out there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gay.
But yeah,
Gay.
I was actually telling AP, like, in a lot of ways, Scooby's kind of a brilliant mind, but like not in a good way. It's just you can't make up the kind of shit that he does.
He's that
Like,
He does the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, well,
He is literally a fucking.
actually delusional. I think he's actually delusional and buys into some
He's
of
a
these
loop.
crazy things that are coming into his head.
You know, at one point,
he probably he's buying into his own bullshit.
Yeah,
to
like,
get rid of
I
everybody
think
off of.
he believes that he's some powerful guy that has like real connections, and that this internet tough guy shit is something real.
Well,
right?
I'll
Not
tell you
just a mark in
something.
the head.
I'll tell you something, Excel. I talked to this guy one time, and he said, "I'd rather be in prison versus the psychiatric place." And I said, "Why?" And he goes, "Well, at least in prison, I know when I'm getting out."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he said,
Yeah.
when they put him in the psych ward, he said, the doctor decides when I can leave. Right. And he was, the way he said it was really fucking like, oh, dude, you know. But yeah, so that's you know.
Well, I will say, I know a lot of people from Long Island, and not many of them are. There's kind of like this weird, interesting, loud thing about Long Islanders I've met over the years. But Scooby is by far the nastiest person I've ever met from Long Island.
Yeah. It's all part of his LARP. He's watched too many fucking mafia movies.
And I was going to say, that was before he went nuts and started threatening everyone.
Yeah, he probably knows those movies by line, man. Like he
I don't
probably
know.
just sit there.
I just find it all fascinating. I haven't personally heard from him in fucking ever. And I think the last time he was threatening me with telling me I'm in big shit for impersonating an FBI agent. And I was like, yeah, I impersonated an FBI agent the same way fucking the actor that plays Zach Morris and
He was Asian Internet or the FIB, not the FBI, the FIB. It's the FIB, nigga.
My name's Agent Israel from the FIB. I just want to let you know I got cases on all you bitches. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when Agent Israel comes for you?
Well, let's face it, Scooby is about as threatening as a 16-year-old toothless chihuahua barking at you.
That's kind of what he looks like.
Yeah. You know, dude, he is missing them teeth up front.
Lordy.
Dude, I haven't seen or heard from Scooby. I've seen what AP's putting out, but I haven't seen or heard from Scooby for years.
Same.
Yeah.
And
He just
I don't
randomly
care
pops
to ever
up
hear
and
from him.
picks- Yeah, he just
Roasted,
randomly
dude.
pops up and picks somebody to go after.
Yeah.
Just like he can't, like every 6 months, he's just like, all right, gotta threaten to kill somebody's kids or
That's another
pets
thing,
or
Excel. You
them.
can't stand it if you don't say his name, Scooby.
How am I
You
gonna
can't
go
stand
about
it if
this?
you don't pay
So
attention.
I'll just reach out to this person to get this phone number from this person. That's how he got Pat's number. He got it from Terrace Sin.
Those
Right.
are
I
shit.
didn't know,
Hello.
I didn't give it out. It was like, bitch, you're the only person that had my number.
Yeah.
There you
And I
go.
gave that number to my daughter. So now I have fucking Scooby calling my daughter.
Oh.
Yep. And
Oh. I would lose my cookies. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess-
He's a bitch.
She's
mean-
one of the enablers.
What really can we expect from a woman who thought it was perfectly fine to fake or pretend to have an orgasm in a car with a 5-year-old sleeping in the
I
back
was
seat?
there. Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
so
that
fucking
shit
uncomfortable. We
Yeah, it was.
bounced, dude. We bounced at the end of it. Dude, I walked. I think I left early, didn't I? Did I leave early?
I think so.
Yeah, I couldn't handle that. That was
Corn Pop was a
awkward.
bad dude.
So just remember, she's that person. She's that person.
Absolutely.
Come on, man.
She gross. She gross.
She's also the person. Your first tip is she's the person where she's always complaining about the drama and wanting it to stop. But all she does is instigate drama. It's like it's a
Mhm.
complete lie.
And
You
she'll
love the
sit there
drama.
and act like
You
she's
do everything
fucking.
you can to drive it forward.
Yeah,
It
she
makes
acts
your
like
life
she's
have
innocent.
purpose.
I'm innocent. I didn't do nothing. These are Scooby's threats, but let me send them to you. Right? Let me be the one to say the threat, but no, they came from this person. That happens a lot around their little crew. Oh,
Hey,
let me
Cryptic.
go tell this person what you said. Dude, that's so
say hey
stupid.
to Gulf City, Johnny Blaze, man. What's happening,
What up,
Cryptic?
Gianna?
What's up? Let's see. I'm Sir Adamantine was in the thing. Johnny Bonsaco, Michael Hatfield.
What up, everybody?
If you're in my server, come on in. Come by and say hey. Shoot the shit. Shit on a mouse. I didn't do this thing to just talk about that, but I mean the timing is ridiculous. Anyhow,
It's just
Yeah.
a funny story.
yeah,
Threatening the FBI on everybody. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised it took so long for somebody just to pull the string and be like, all right, this is enough. Like, he's gotten involved in people's real lives, like, enough, and has done enough things that are most certainly illegal, but, like, that's one thing. Most
They're
people
illegal,
are going to
but
take
not
them.
threatening.
Well, yeah.
Not
like,
scary enough for anybody to really act too
yeah,
hard to it.
so most people would say, well, like, were you really threatened by this person? I was like, no, I didn't believe any of this shit. So you'd have to be like, well, it wasn't really a credible threat, but there's certainly some statutes for, like,
Yeah, he could have
harassment
Wow.
and bullying, especially because he's just calling random fucking people and threatening them.
No, see,
wish
he
that
fucked up
motherfucker would've followed
bigly.
me.
He fucked up really, really bigly by doing that to people in Texas.
Yup.
Man, all he'd have to do is accidentally call a number where
Oh,
I answer, and he'd
no.
hang up immediately. He'd be like, "Ah,
No.
shit."
well,
He's not
last time he called me accusing me of fucking with his brother, who I reminded him that he told me he was dead. Well, hold on. 12 hours later, my mom died. So,
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this.
and so I associate her death with that motherfucker. And,
Kick his ass. I'll kick his
Wow.
ass verbally through the headset.
there's nothing, humanity, there's nothing, it's disgusting. Anyway. Yeah.
Ass hat.
Yeah.
He's just an ass hat, dude. All he wants is attention. Shit. If you don't give Scooby attention, that's when he gets pissed.
So
And
let's
that's
stop giving him attention
Exactly.
and talk about
Yeah.
something else.
So on to Tonkin now. Just
I highly doubt he's listening to this, but
Yeah.
I just
they're fapping.
I just want to
Fapping with
see
his mask on.
I just want to see how the story goes with the Long Island police. I'm sure he's gonna have a fun time explaining why he's getting so many complaints.
Yeah, and then all that other stuff. Anyways, next.
I got kicked out of the local produce shop for wearing a mask the owner didn't like.
Nice.
Oh, what did you wear?
I wore a gypsy face veil.
Asshole. That's just fun.
I've been wearing it in this store for 6 fucking months. No joke, that's how long we've had a mask mandate. 6 motherfucking months. And then all of a sudden on Christmas Eve, this cunt throws me out of her store. Excuse my language, I'm so sorry. That fucking bitch threw me out of her
Just the
store.
Australian name, you know? Just the Australia word. That's what that is. The C word. Australia word. It
Yeah,
means
she
you're
just
her
kicked me
friend.
out and said, your mask isn't serious. It's not a real mask. And I was like, fuck you.
Wait, when you say gypsy, do you mean like the gauzy kind of like?
It's tulle.
Sexy... Yeah.
It's tulle with beads and stuff all over it.
But I'm guessing they finally realized like you don't. Do you have like a filter or anything on it inside?
No, it hangs off your face. You tie it up behind your head.
Check
and
your
it hangs
CREEMER.
down.
Yeah. Okay.
A wild AP appeared.
I need to. Why can't I roll him, man? What the fuck?
Fucking bitch kicked me out for the mask I've been wearing in her shop for 6 fucking months.
I'm sorry.
On Christmas Eve. And I'm like,
What
you
a
know
hooer.
what? You're exactly the reason I'm leaving fucking Oregon.
So
Hey, AP.
Hey, guys.
See, I saw a mask the other day that I would like just the messaging on it. Like some of them, like I really get sick of it. But the mask, all it said was "fuck COVID" on it, and I was like, I think everybody can universally get behind that on the mask.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw one on Instagram that said, "This is for the Karens."
Nice.
And now I work in medical, so I'm not opposed to wearing masks, and I do have medical masks I wear when I go out all the time. But that's part of my job, and I'm so used to it, wearing it for 8 hours a day. I don't notice it, but I feel for people who are kind of stuck in this situation, and that was really funny. But I bet you that person is having a lot of pushback if they go into places wearing that. So, but I wish we could wear that at work sometimes.
I like how Excel said hi to AP. He was like, "Oh, anyways." That's a nice way to say hi.
I didn't notice he got pulled in.
I can't hear AP.
Irate said that.
I'm here. You can't hear me?
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, there you are.
Flashy,
I was just-
flashy. I was gonna go shit. Something gross.
He's actually got manners.
Quiet for once.
Excel just ignored you though. Excel was like, "Oh, anyways."
Y'all said, somebody said Scooby 3 times, so I showed up like Beetlejuice.
Dude, you're gonna have to see a gypsy lady to get that
Dude,
off of you.
I actually already got an email back from the police in Long Island earlier today, and I'm supposed to call them tomorrow to file an official report because of all his threats and give them all the evidence and shit. So hopefully by the end of the week they'll have a warrant out for his bitch ass.
I have a flash drive full of fucking evidence.
I hope they take it seriously.
I got a full drive full of his evidence. It wouldn't fit on a flash drive, dude. I got all his recordings and all of his threats and years of his bullshit.
All right, so
you want the 16 gigs or the 32 or which one?
if you're being told to show up to testify in New York, just let the crowd know.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure we will fund that trip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
If I gotta go to New York, man, I'm gonna humiliate this motherfucker. I hope he uses the same lies that he told to Hijaz in front of a judge and sees how that played out.
I mean, I know it says right here, and I put in writing that nobody ever called my mother. But then after I lied about it for 18 months, then they started really doing it. And the judge is like, "You have any recordings of this?" Well, no. Well, we have like 6 hours of recordings of your bullshit, Scooby.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if more than 3 counts, and they're gonna bump this up to a felony and send his ass to Rikers. So I'm hoping I can send his crippled furry ass up the river for a while. I'm done with his fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
Nobody ever called his mother. Well, okay, 2 people called his mother got 2 calls. She got 1 prank call from me that I recorded and played for the internet. 1. And she got, after 18 months of him they calling my mother, they're making my mother die. Weebo Jones is killing my mother because she won't play with me. And,
am I going to show up on court papers? Like, is it going to be like the Trippypoop channel as host to a live stream where Scooby got,
shit kicked?
Yeah, because
Nah,
there's another channel that has that. It would be. The
I
Trippy
don't think he didn't say anything too illegal there, other than he was going to come break my legs.
Yeah.
The stuff in
He's
writing
gonna
is
box him.
really that's really what's going to fuck him up more than anything.
Ah.
Yeah, and the
But
recordings, the
Stream was
things
in
like
in a
when he
Boston
called
channel.
up, like when he calls Inquisitor, and he's like, "I didn't forget about you, motherfucker. I'll see you when I show up at your fucking house." You know, Pat's daughter, for instance, that's gonna fuck him up because he called an underage girl, whether you meant to or not.
Yeah.
You threatened an underage girl.
Yeah, most of those clauses
Dude.
are.
It's like, what was your
when it
fucking-
comes to minors, it's statutory clauses. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
it doesn't matter if you just had the wrong number; like you can still be liable.
I really hope he hunts down my ex-wife and calls her, because
Oh, shit.
my ex-wife doesn't know like much about my YouTube channel, and she gets paid off it. That's where her child support comes from. So she's not keen on that shit going south. She won't fuck with that. But she does know about Scooby, and she's been like, for years, she's been like, I wish he would call me. I'd do what you motherfuckers won't. I'll
There you
make a
go.
police report, and she will. She is a cop calling whore. You can take it from me personally, man. I've had to get a couple of cases dismissed from this bitch in my younger years, man. She loves to make a police report.
Damn.
So I'm hoping he calls her. This motherfucker called my grandfather trying to tattle on me. Like, he's calling my mother, you know, William. He used my, like, this motherfucker uses, like, my name, like, straight up, like, the low-key, I know who you are type shit. Calls my grandfather up, and then's like, he's been calling my mother's house, and I was thinking maybe you could have a talk with him. My grandfather's, like, 90% blind, 70% deaf. He's just over here like, what? Who?
Huh?
We talking? He don't live here. Like,
What the fuck? Yeah, exactly, dude. What is he
What do
gonna
you want me to
Help
do?
you?
Spank
Yeah.
him?
yeah. What does he expect out of that? Like, my mom got more mad at Christmas than my grandfather told me, because I was sitting in the easy chair in his living room, and I was playing on my phone, and I guess I had some look in my eye, because Mom goes, "What are you doing? You're starting trouble, aren't you? You're starting trouble on the internet, aren't you?" And I was. I was starting
Right
trouble
around
on the
the
internet.
That's it, AP. Your grandpa's gonna ground
Yeah,
you.
oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
you
you
better
grab-
watch out. You're in Texas. Somebody's going to assume you got some devil inside you or something. You're going to get an extra baptism, AP. Just watch out, okay?
He can
Grandpa
fucking
AP.
he can pay my rent with his money hoarding ass if he wants to come spank me and discipline me and shit. I'm like Scooby. I'm not like you. My family doesn't have like 4 generations of people living in the same house, dude.
Yeah.
Did your
We're all
grandpa
told to get
you
the
and be
fuck
like-
out at 18.
Your grandpa call you AP and be like, some mouse called me.
Nah, he motioned for me to come over and talk to him. He said it real low. He's like, somebody in New York called me, and immediately
Jeez.
I knew. And I pulled one of the Scooby videos up, and I forwarded it to a
Like
part
him?
where we were talking, and I was like, is it
Yeah.
this guy? He's like, yeah, that sounds like him. I was like, it's just internet bullshit. It's just a prank call. Don't worry about it. He
Mhm.
won't. So I was like, I'll fix his ass. And Granddad's, I'm like, he's just some psycho. And he's like, why are you messing with a psycho? He doesn't understand.
Mhm.
Like, when I say some psycho, he's like, he's going to come cut your throat or something. I'm like, no.
Quit fucking with the
don't.
psychos.
Yeah. How am I going to explain to like my mom, the boomer, and my grandfather, the greatest generation guy, about Scooby?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually curious how you're gonna explain all this to a judge. like I know that you have all this recording. Like Scooby's gonna have to explain it, and you're gonna have to explain it. Serious talk. Like I don't think there's any problems, but AP, I would probably talk to a lawyer in New York just to have one ready in case you got to go up there.
Okay. Easy enough. I have a retainer with a firm that has offices in New York, Houston, Dallas, LA, San Francisco. No problem.
Oh,
Yeah,
awesome.
go for
I'm sure
a
they can hook me up.
Stein or like a Berg. Make sure that's in the last name.
Oh, I always pick a Jewish lawyer. I pick them on name. Yeah.
Steinenberg. That's perfect. Fucking
The other lawyers fear them, like when they see because in Texas we don't have a lot of Jews. So
Yeah.
when a Jewish lawyer walks into the courtroom, like with the cases I had to get dismissed from my ex-wife when we were first divorced and she was just making shit up. Like my lawyer would walk in there and he had a Jewish name and they like gave him space, man. They just
Man.
kind of gave him what the fuck they wanted. It's like, oh shit, a Jew. The legend of the Jew lawyer is true. Get out of his way. They treat him like the legendary Super Saiyan, man. Like Vegeta was just too scared to fight.
Legendary
no.
bodybuilder saying.
Right? Hey, you know about that.
Hell yeah. That fucking SSJ9K stuff, man. I've
That
been watching
guy-
that guy for years.
Stewie, like, he could have called my house. I probably wouldn't have done nothing. You're gonna start harassing like my extended family. I'm gonna stop playing with you. Like, it's as simple as that, man. Like the old man's pretty sacred to me. You want to fuck around like that, dude? I will. Like, and Scooby. The word is he got word. I told Dark Ninja so he would take the message to Scooby, and he said that's extortion. And he got this from Scooby too. That's extortion because you didn't report it when it happened. And I was like, extortion would require me to be giving you an ultimatum, like do this or I go to the police. You're within statute of limitations, but I can report anything I want. The inspector came out and he's like, this could be construed as a false report because it didn't happen to you. I'm like, well, according to Scooby, if you know of a crime and you don't report it in New York, then you're guilty of the crime. So I'm just playing by Scoobert's rules. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's part of the reason where, like, if you talk to a lawyer and let him know all the different parties involved, like, he's probably gonna try to get people to just write affidavits about what.
I'm gonna boil all of the videos down to a new video that's just called "The Best of Scooby," and that's more or less gonna be my strategy in court. It's gonna be like 45 minutes of just the best of Scooby.
Well, I'm sorry.
Vagina.
I'm sorry. It's you start involving my children, and all bets are off.
Yeah, you start, and that's why he has to make up all this. He called my mother, stuff like that, because I mean that's his MO. Just like he said that I said what was the thing? I'm going to rape his wife and mother in front of him. I'm like, Scooby, I have no less than 15 examples of you saying you're gonna do shit in front. Like I'm 6. I'm gonna kill your cats in front of you, Andy Worski. I'm gonna flambe you in front of your kids, Geek Through
He
Loop.
said he was gonna kill Schmeckle in front of his daughter.
Yeah,
remember, none of those were threats.
Oh, those were just warnings. Yeah.
I can't wait for you to show that. Like, just be a hilarious moment in front of the judge, right? So the judge is going through all these things where he's just saying terrible things to people about what he's going to do. Both phone recordings and things in writing. And then he tells the judge those weren't threats. How were those threats?
Like a year ago.
Were you calling people multiple times that didn't want to hear from you, that told you to leave them alone?
Well, yeah, but I'm a journalist.
That's called harassment, Scooby. Like it had
they ruined it.
Yeah, his idea that being a journalist gives you any kind of special power is absolutely ridiculous.
It makes stalking, totally legal.
It is.
Well, first, he's not a journalist. Like anybody who can be a quote journalist.
Yeah, exactly. You technically do journalism on your show occasionally whenever you report out on things that are happening in the world.
Right.
Yeah, like when you do the weather.
Like it's not journalism is something people can do. It's not a special group of people, right? Some people do it professionally, but calling yourself a journalist and saying no, it's totally legal for me to trespass on people's property because I'm a journalist.
I could go up to New York just to fuck with Scooby, just to go video outside his house and wait for him to come out and do the things that he claims he wants to do to other people. Like, exactly.
We'll see how this goes. This sounds like a great APIRL.
Let's get Chris Hansen on the case, man.
This seems like a great segment.
Yeah.
That's the new thing that Wizzy swatted him.
Me neither.
The guy who claims to have swatted him.
Okay. Well, that's.
I don't know the guy, man.
That makes me want to get behind him.
It's the only swatting I've ever been just down with, man. Been like, yeah, man, cool, swat his ass. Like, do it. I hope he gets shot. I don't give a fuck. Scooby has stepped into the realm of people where I just don't have any principles anymore. Where I'm like, I don't care if you get swatted.
Dude, if he was on a live stream and they fucking bust in on him and shot him or something, be all over the news and shit. Guy in mask for some reason gets killed while on live stream with his camera off.
Funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, if that part wasn't in the news, we would all know.
Luckily, the bullet got lodged in the butt plug part of my fur tail. It's actually stainless steel, so when they shot me in my ass, it deflected the bullet.
The bullet bounced off the other bullet in my head from when I got shot in the head.
Scoop's bitch ass is in the realm of people. Like, there are a couple people online like that where just there really aren't any rules with you. You've gone too far with too many people. Like it's like when he went on Heejazz and tried to lie his way out of shit, and the whole chat is filled with people that he's done this type of shit to, threatened or called, and it's like, you understand, we have 100 people in the chat, all of which have gotten threatening correspondence from you. And hey, we've all, I don't know about y'all, in my younger days, I've threatened people on the internet, not like Scooby does, but I've spurred out. You know what I mean? Like, you can get away with this a few times when you're new to the game, but at one point, man.
All right, well, the only person I ever did it to, I was going to physically assault, so.
I was on morphine, and I just spent the night in intensive care after the really bad heart attack. My time threatening somebody was it was that I was on morphine. So I mean, it's not an excuse. I'm just telling you what the situation was. It wasn't really in my right mind, and I heard about. You got nothing to do but play on your phone, right? So I turned my phone, and here's Tonka and Vamp and them talking shit about me. So I went on Twitter and I was like, I'm gonna put Vamp's fucking information on Craigslist as a fucking glory hole. And they talk about that shit to this day. Like, they still, when they bring up AP, they're like, here's the screenshot of AP threatening Vamp. I'm like, you know that was 3 years ago now, right? I've died
Hey,
twice.
there's a wild phenoid in here.
Everybody else.
Like, you still holding on to that? Oh, man. It's the big homie.
Man, listen. Y'all still talking about, like, this Scooby and Tonka bullshit?
Nigga, it's 12 hours old.
Yo, man.
It's happening currently, phenoid.
Nigga, it's 12 hours old, man.
We should blame Penoid for fun. It's all your fault, Penoid. That's the definition of insanity. We all know this.
That's why I get tired of dealing with the nigga, man. I'm like, yo, I'm sick of dealing with the bullshit.
I feel you, Tom P. I feel where you're coming from, but I still think that shit is funny, man. I'm gonna keep it just real as fuck with you. I think fucking with Scooby and it's funny as shit. This is the time of year to fuck with that nigga.
The only bad part is if Scooby actually does get scared enough to just knock all this bullshit off, is think of all the lulls we're missing out on.
No, man, it's cool, man. That's why I keep making these videos. Like, one of these days, he's just gonna knock that shit off.
Nah, I doubt it. He wants
to have to move on to more Kimbers of the world.
He couldn't have known as many people as he says he lost.
Yo, look, man, there's no way he lost. Yo, he did not lose 62,000 people to the motherfucking goddamn fucking 9/11 and shit. Like, it's only 3,000 people died.
But he changed it. When you call him out on that, then it was heroin that he lost 60 people to. Then it was Hurricane Sandy he lost a bunch of friends to. There should be entire cemeteries in this nigga's neighborhood.
He's lost.
No one died in Hurricane Sandy. Yo, no one died from Hurricane Sandy though.
But it was Hurricane Sandy's heroin, though. Yo.
Like 32 people. I looked it up one time because he tried to pull that 60 people in Hurricane Sandy bullshit. I looked it up. 32 people died across the whole eastern seaboard.
But each one of them meant so much to him. It was.
He knew all of them.
Were homeless people.
I'll tell him. I'll tell y'all, like I said on Heejazz during the call into Scooby's face. If you lost 60 friends to heroin, your ass is selling heroin.
Yeah. And it wasn't 60 friends. It was 60. Acquaintances.
That nigga ain't got 60 friends, man. I'm relatively likable, and I don't have 60 friends, man.
Like, why the fuck would you want that many friends?
That's too many people in my business, man.
That's too many people.
Yeah, I don't like
4.
Like, if you're calling 60 people that you know friends, I feel like you don't know what a friend is. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, to be a real friend to somebody, like, you don't have time for 60 of them.
That nigga thinks we're his friends, man. Oh, that just ain't mom. They're just my friends on the internet.
Oh, don't worry, we're just pranking each other.
Yeah, it's all a prank, bro.
All the yelling rage.
Wouldn't that be the ultimate
defense in his
for Scooby to tell the cops? Like, what? I thought this was all just pranks and games. Like, I didn't know they were going to take it serious.
If the cops don't do shit, I am going to fly up to New York. I'm going to fly up to New York with a couple of people. We're going to go see him in person and do that shit that he talks about doing. Fucking do some real quote journalism.
If the cops don't do shit, that's more of why you call a lawyer, because a lawyer can get movement on it.
Nah, I ain't trying to. That's too much trouble, man. If I can't just make a police report and get him arrested or whatever, that's too much trouble. Like, if for real shit, if I just went out there like, I need $400 for a plane ticket to go fuck with Scooby, I would have that money in 20 fucking minutes, dude. Like,
you're right.
I think that would possibly be one single donation.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Quite possibly one person who works at an airline would be like, hit me up, man. I'll get you on standby. You don't even have to pay for this shit.
I got freaking flyer miles for you and shit.
Right.
Put you on the friends and family discount.
You can bring Pinoid with you.
Because what's he gonna do? You know he ain't got he ain't got any boys he can do. Like, what's he gonna do? He's gonna call his boys. He ain't got no boys. He can't sneak up on me.
They don't like the only one that likes.
It'll take Burnside a while to get there on his.
Well, I would love Burnside to try to get physical with me.
Yeah,
all 5 fucking feet of him.
You're gonna be live streaming the entire event too.
Excuse me.
I would do the night in jail for simple assault to knock Burnside out. Like, that would be worth it to me. I'd put the handcuffs. The cops would get there. I would tase myself and handcuff myself and be like, look, man, I already did the work for you. Go ahead and take me in.
Dude, he would probably shit his pants. You'd look at him, he'd be like,
no,
Yes.
I'm from. We don't do that in Texas, man. Like, you either have a real gun or you shut the fuck up.
Well, that was him. That was him trying to be
that
creative.
footage. I remember. He couldn't shoot bullets though because
Organs
the
where they're
cops,
desperate to have something like a gun. So yes, I have seen
BB
something
gun.
similar. I read.
The best part of that was that the music that he put over that video is the music that's playing when they catch Vito in the gay club on The Sopranos. Same fucking song, not even joking. Go look up the clip.
He thinks it's badass though, you know.
And
That
he
was
did
a
that to
fantastic
himself.
song, though. Like, it's good taste.
I don't know, that industrial stuff. I left that behind in the 90s.
Yeah, y'all better be careful, man. Y'all gonna have some biker gangs after you and shit, man. Fucking the Hell's Angels is gonna come.
I'm a capo in the YouTube mafia, Tom P. You got my back, man. I'm just gonna ask Tom P. Get it cleared.
Yo, I am the boss of the YouTube mafia for some fucking reason. I don't know when that happened.
I'm gonna start a show. I'm gonna start a show with you, Trippypoop, and I-Ray Prostate. I'm gonna do it every 2 Accelerate 2 as well. Cause I'm sorry I didn't put you in that, man. You've been quiet. I'm gonna call the YouTube Mafia. I'm gonna do it every fucking Wednesday night, man. You talking YouTube Mafia shit.
I'm
Yo,
just
Excel
look.
gonna be the consigliere who handled the books.
Yeah, I'm just an accountant.
He's the Billy Crystal and analyze that.
Yo,
He's Colin Consigliere.
Yo, he's gonna be Tom. He's gonna be Tom Higgins in The Godfather.
Right. I'm the only one that thought about the Batman episode where all the bad guys are playing poker. I'm like, I threw a rock at him and nobody even fucking replies. You guys suck.
Hey man, I make cartoons. I don't watch them.
Hey, you watched the animated series. I know you did, AP. You probably did, maybe.
I've seen the one you're talking about where they're all. It's the callback episode where they're all talking about.
Yeah, it's probably a little.
No, Batman the Animated Series was the shit. I remember that episode.
Oh, okay. I just thought you were a little, you're a little older than me, and it wasn't like. I mean, it was prominent when I was a kid, of course.
No, I was in junior high when Batman the Animated Series was on, man. That shit was, people watched that. That was a big deal.
I didn't watch it. I did not watch it, I'll be honest. I did not watch that shit.
Now we can call him old. It's because you're ancient time.
Yo, AP's older than I am.
It's wonderful.
Tom P was watching a busted TV in an alleyway with a little fire inside it, man, because somebody broke in his house and took his shit.
He was like, "Look at that! It's Batman." It was a shadow.
He's like, "Yo, it can be whatever you want to be if you got imagination."
By the way, am I the only one excited about like the fucking 8-hour replay of the Barrett Jackson auction on fucking New Year's Eve?
Nah, I'm gonna be watching Cobra Kai.
Cobra
Yo,
Kai.
man, I'm
on Netflix now.
And
I
I'll
want to
be.
see how accurate AP is
Is
with
that-
his predictions.
Is that coming out like on New Year's Eve or?
Yeah, on New Year's Day at it'll be 2 a.m. Central Time, so I'll be a
2
little
a.m.
behind.
Central Time,
Yeah.
so we'll be. But yeah, well, are you gonna watch it at 2 a.m.?
I'm gonna watch it live at 2 a.m. Y'all can get my real responses. I've been accurate so far. 6 months ago, I called it. I was like, Chosen's coming back, Kumiko's coming back. This is gonna be all Karate Kid Part 2, and it's all coming to fruition, man. I think Dimitri's gonna die.
Maybe a season 2 recap stream before that.
All right, yeah, we do need to watch season 2 on D Live. We watched season 1, and that 4 hours flew by. We had some fun with it.
Yeah, I'm walking around in like 3 inches of water right now.
I hope your phone ain't plugged in.
That's fine.
I'm waiting on this basement to drain so I can fucking do my workout for the fucking night and shit. Pissing me the fuck off. It's too cold outside to be outside fucking running down the goddamn block and shit.
Where you live? In the house from Fight Club?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right,
Jill's
fair
is the
enough.
house and fight club, nigga. I got like 4 or 5 niggas
There's a
upstairs with
house and
fucking
fight
baldies.
club?
Yeah, they got baldies on with the leather jackets and shit.
Hey, making soap.
I was gonna say, are they rendering human fat into soap?
Yeah,
Now
absolutely.
we making soap out this bitch
That's
and
the part of
moonshine.
Fight
We're
Club
getting
we
it
don't
done.
talk about.
Oh
That's the
my
part we
god.
don't talk
Don't
about.
make
Yo,
soap
Tom,
and
Tom,
Fight
moonshine.
Club.
I just want to let you know there's not 4 people upstairs. Those are all you.
Wait,
Yo.
Yeah, that's right.
Meh.
Sharp.
Yeah. Man.
Yo, Tom P, why you kicked me out your stream last night, man?
Yo, goddamn it, you motherfucker, homie. Legit. Like I messaged him right afterwards. I was like, nigga, I was not talking about you. I was talking about gaming. Because gaming was up in the chat, like, oh man, I'm tired. You know what I mean? Da, da, da. I'm like, well, nigga, go take a nap. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? AP's like, all right, and just fucking bounced and shit. I was like, oh my god, like, yo, I kicked AP out the stream and shit.
You went and taken a nap with gaming, man. That's what.
Yeah,
that was. You were
gaming
taking
hit the
a nap.
couch. I want to go hit the couch with him. You know?
This nigga was
Laid on
trying
top
to
of
get
gaming. It was comfortable.
Destination unknown.
Mhm.
he was trying to get pee touches and shit. Like, for fuck's sake.
I'm just out here trying to. I want to get used to how it's gonna go down if I got to go to jail for whooping Burnside. You know.
Oh, dude, you wouldn't even have to put a finger on him. He'd just stand up and he'd shit himself, like I said earlier. He'd be like,
Yeah,
"Hey,
you don't gotta.
decide."
I wonder if he can. I wonder if he can blow up that thing on his wrist like Predator if he gets in
Probably.
trouble.
Well, okay, if you come up
definitely.
to Oregon, all you have to do is let Burnside stand there and look like the little wannabe cop that he looks like, and you can punch him and not get in trouble for it.
I ain't never coming up to Oregon though.
I know. I don't recommend it. The place is a shithole.
You're
I'd
behind
rather-
enemy lines.
Dude, I'd rather stick
Yeah,
my
well,
dick in a blender.
No, you really can though. Just go beat the shit out of anybody you want. You just gotta dress up in like all black and shit.
Hey, you know what? He's the human incarnation of SpongeBob. That's what Burnside is. He's SpongeBob.
Oh!
Look at
No,
him, he's wearing a
SpongeBob
fur
is
hat.
Nah,
funny
people
and-
like SpongeBob.
And SpongeBob works. He actually
Yeah,
does
but you wouldn't
something.
like him if he was real, you know.
Burnside works. He packs up prepackaged meals. That's
So I
his
was gonna
job.
say he doesn't fry cook. Like, what's the hat? He claims it's like what, communist or something.
It's for his. It's because the Burnside bums. This old child molester that he hang out with.
Ah,
I don't know. Let me be clear. I don't know that motherfucker's a child molester. He's just wearing. You know, he walks around dressed like an ice cream man. And that's
No, see,
kind of molesting to me.
he's not a child molester, but he's such a cuck that he hangs out with the ones that got to him when he was a kid.
He picked up a flyer.
They're called the Burnside bums because they've been all up in his bum.
He said he picked up a flyer, exactly, man.
I found a flyer for this fucking gang.
Come join that gang! Yes, and grease the gang from the
Point to
60s.
the fucking pole.
That's how
we'll
gangs
get,
used
like,
to
at
do
least
it, man.
5 members.
Dude, your church
Like,
is not a gang, you ding dong.
Anything
Yo,
can be a gang if you're
yo.
dumb enough.
Yeah.
Yo, flyers is how gangs used to recruit before there was MySpace and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Burnside's out there walking around with this gang snapping. They're just snapping. They walk up to you snapping, Pinoid, and then they sing you a song, and you're like, what the
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
is
What
this
the
shit?
fuck was that?
And that's what scares you away. 'Cause you're like, next
I
is
was pushing some water towards the hole, man.
You need to get you need to get you a push broom, Tom P, and a drain. Hook up a
I
drain,
got a
man.
shovel. I got a shovel and a drain and a sub pump. Yeah, I have a
you
sub
got a
pump
snow
over
shovel.
here.
You
Oh,
might
yeah,
want
dude.
a second one.
I heard that snow shovel against concrete noise, man. That's
You know the deal. You from Michigan. AP's like, I don't even know what snow is. Like,
Nope.
Dude, I don't like it.
you lucky bastards. Well, at least I don't have to do anything because you know I live in an apartment, so all that lawn care shit's taken care of. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yo.
Trippy just complains that's to somebody else, and they come fix it.
No,
That's
I
the
don't
Yo,
have
beauty
we
of
got, we had 2.5 feet of snow get dropped in like a day and a quarter. And like fucking, I was outside shoveling for like fucking 3 hours. It was fucking awful. It was so,
Man,
yo,
I
it was so
remember
heavy
that
too.
shit. Back when we had a house, my stepdad always used to be like, "Hey, let's go out and shovel." It'd be in the middle of the fucking downpour. Let's shovel now. Like, why the fuck would we shovel now? Why
Yo,
don't we
them
wait
the
until
smart
next time?
motherfuckers though. Yo,
Bro,
let's
this
be
air
real.
fryer-
Those are the smart dudes, dude. Real shit. Like
got me an air
motherfuckers don't
fryer.
know.
Got me an air fryer
You
for
got an air
Christmas, man. Yeah, and it fucked
Yeah.
up my new Christmas pants experience. I got some jeans. They were 34 weights because you know I'm getting a little older, putting on a little weight. And damn.
34. Nigga,
Yeah, I
was
used to be in
34
32.
High school.
You're
Well,
a
man,
skinny
yeah.
motherfucker, man.
But I used to.
38, nice, 36 in high
Shit.
school.
I
lost
think my
weight.
leg is 36 inches.
So
Dude.
I swear to God, I'm, yeah.
I'm out here like unable to breathe
Fucking
wearing
fat
these
over
bitches
here.
because I ate too much, man. I tried everything out in that air fryer. I was like Bill Dotree with the turkey fryers, throwing anything.
Man,
in there.
air fryers
Throw a cup of
are
coffee in
great.
there.
Oh
Threw some
man,
weed in there. I didn't give a fuck.
Throw some weed. Fucking deep fried weed, dude.
Whatever.
Good, actually.
The thing is, it's almost like everything you can
Decarb
cook in
it,
an
dude.
oven with that deep fryer, you can cook in that, and it's faster.
I was irresponsible with that shit today,
He
man.
just threw a Sharpie in there. He's like, "Hiya!"
Yep.
So
A
what do you guys-
webcam.
What do you guys think
Fish
of
sticks.
the KFC console?
There's a KFC console.
I think it's racist. I think it's racist as fuck. Now the black people are playing. You know what's gonna be funny when that console only plays NBA 2K and Madden.
Oh shit!
Did you ever
Yeah,
see the
you're right.
progression where they made him look more ethnic?
What? No.
Yeah.
Dude, it's gonna have every Street Fighter game on there too.
Oh yeah, they like that Street Fighter.
Brothers play
Mortal
Street
Kombat.
Fighter.
Trying to think of what my sister's husband would be. Definitely, it's got to be only a PlayStation, right? Because I think black dudes like PlayStation more.
Yeah,
than
play
Xbox.
PS5 is what the black people want this year.
Yeah, right.
I'm just generalizing, but I'm being honest.
I don't know. It looked
that's
like
real
a
shit.
pretty interesting. I think it'll sell like hotcakes in Asia, personally.
Ding a ding a ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Doesn't everything sell like hotcakes when there's a billion people to buy things?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
it's just
well-
because they're really limited on space.
Yeah,
I gotta bring my puppy inside. She's barking.
Ginger.
People also love
Damn
their,
it, Ginger.
their electronics.
Yeah. Very
No, I
true.
saw that. I thought it was a troll, and then everybody was like, "It's real," and I was like, "Okay, cool, good for KFC."
But
My
dude, they probably-
13-year-old is screaming for one, and I'm like, "You're out of your goddamn mind."
They probably had the PS5 in Japan for like 7 or 8 years already.
Oh, I
No.
did get I did get an Oculus Quest 2 for Christmas. I've been having a lot of fun with that, man. I don't know if any of you guys have messed with modern
I've
day
not
VR, but
I've watched
Jesus,
other people do it, but
like actually putting the headset on, it really is disorienting.
I bet.
I punched a wall and uppercutted the ceiling.
Oh shit!
The
That
first time I played.
guy Penguins on
Yeah.
YouTube. He did a video where he was using virtual reality and it made him throw up.
Yeah, no,
Or
I'm
the
good.
Oculus or whatever it was. Yeah, it made him sick to his stomach to the point where he was burping and shit.
Well, I mean that shit works, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, especially because it's the Quest 2, like everything just installs right onto the headset, so there's no wires or cords tethering you down. Right? It's
Right.
not like you're sitting in front of a computer having to be plugged in. So yeah, like I gave it to I brought it over to my parents today because even though I got it for Christmas, apparently you had to pair it with your phone, and my phone was dead. Go through Facebook, so I had to use my fake Facebook account that I think my old friend is Trippypoop. So besides those downsides, though, like I gave it, I turned it on. I gave it to my mom for this roller coaster thing, which is one of like the free apps. And the roller coaster started going, and she's just like, I gotta take this off. Then I turned it on to, it was just like a tutorial thing where it's like trying to teach you how to grab objects and stuff, and it sets you up in this very vaporwave type room. And like you can hit like ping pong balls and pick up bricks, and it's got these little rocket firework things. So one of the things in there is also, it's a remote control, like little Zeppelin balloon thing. And in order to control it, you have to pick up this controller. And she's like, oh, there's a submarine over here, because that's what she thought it was. And I was like, you gotta grab the controller that's on the table to your left. And so she drops the controller that's in her hand and tries to pick it up. And I'm just watching her try to grab it out of the air. And I'm like, no, you have to pick it up with the same controller. That, you have to pick it up with the actual controller. It's not real.
Right.
Crazy.
But yeah, she had the same thing I had felt, which is it actually tricks your brain. So like there was like a speed bag that pops up that you can punch, and you actually it's really weird, but you get this feeling that when you hit it, like that your fist actually hits something.
Really?
Oh wow!
Like you get these false sensations of touch, and yeah, it is.
So how long till you get porn?
Oh, how's it porn.
Oh, dude, I haven't figured that out yet, but I'm down for some VR porn.
Ask Andy. I think he used to have a lot.
Man.
Worski, I think he had like 64 gigabytes of VR porn.
VR porn.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is not all VR is equal. Like the new technology ones, it has like real tracking. So like you look up, you see up.
Weird.
Right? You look down, you see down.
Right.
So like if your camera's inside of the chick's vagina, you get like a 360 inside view.
Who's looking in pussy?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying, but still, I'm sure it's out there.
That's a good question, AP.
That guy
Who's
from
looking?
Penthouse, right? Didn't they use that?
I honestly don't like. The outside is nice, but like I don't need a close-up view of the inside.
You do it, and you're like, holy shit, it's like a fucking roller coaster in there. Wee.
Dark in there for a reason, man.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want to see Jabberjaw looking back at you, right?
There's scary things inside pussies, man. That's where ghosts come from.
That's where ectoplasm was born.
That's that Kimber's pussy, man. It's got the ghosts of like 4 or 5 kids up in there.
It's just hers.
Oh, God.
She's the only one. Yeah.
Good grief. Kimber?
Yeah.
Ozzy loves that crack baby,
She got
man.
booted off Twitter again. Her new Twitter has been banned.
Wait, so I honestly
Kimber.
don't know the story of how you got involved with Kimber.
Well, first
like,
you got
or how she involved herself with you. Like, I know there's some backstory, right? How did it start?
She emailed me trying to sponsor me, and I was like, no, thank you, because like her lead off is like, hey fucker, I've been trying to find you, and I'm like, this is literally the email that's on my YouTube, thebluntstream@gmail.com, and I looked into her and I was like, this isn't sponsorship, this is an affiliate program. I could do that with Amazon, like become an Amazon affiliate and then give you a code. I'm like, nah, that's all right. I'm not really trying to get involved in CBD and shit. They're kicking people off YouTube with that. And then I see again where somebody emails or somebody DMs me that she's made a little infographic accusing me and Tommy C and Geek Dulu and Ethan Ralph of riding around in an RV and selling drugs around the country. Some ridiculous shit.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It sounds like good IRL streaming, but I wasn't there. And then
Alaska, what the fuck?
And then I searched on Twitter my name and at a Natural Healthy CBD, and she's just telling all kinds of weird stories. So then I still don't say much, and it's like she's crazy. She shows up at last year's Scuba Bowl after the Hejaz stream in the chat talking about she wants names. This is why she was brought into it. Just give me a name and I'll handle it, AP. And I'm like, who the fuck are you and what are you talking about? And then after that, she can't even get the story right because she can't stand to watch anything for more than 3 seconds. She's fucked up. And she thinks I'm claiming to be a Hell's Angel, not Burnside. And because she's affiliated with the Hell's Angels, like, it's ridiculous shit. And then after that, it precipitates to, she finds out my real name. And so, because it was on the credits of Gulf City. And so after that, she says, I've stolen her father's identity. Because, and hey, this isn't doxing. She puts this out here. She's goes
crazy
by her
as
real
fuck.
She is.
She goes by her real name.
Yeah, she goes by her real name,
She's
so I'm not
mental
doxing
illness
her.
as fuck, man.
Her name is Kimber McIntyre. I looked this bitch up. Her dad's name really is John McIntyre. She cannot fathom. She cannot fathom that there is more than one John McIntyre.
Oh my
I
God.
looked it up like one time. There's like 12,000 of us in
McIntyre's Irish last name.
He was Irish, man. As fuck.
Like I actually know a James McIntyre that I grew up with playing Counter-Strike with.
I'm the third in my family alone, man. Like,
right on.
I got another family member with my
Well,
name.
it's
That's
kind of like John
yeah,
was
no
a
idea.
really important apostle or something.
yeah, almost like Irish Catholics name their kids after apostles, like Mark and John. Just like Italian,
Exactly.
Mikey, yeah.
Well,
So
cool. Now, Mikey,
the
don't
famous-
fucking call me that shit.
The
unless you want me to
famous
have a
John Smith.
Our,
Oh my God, you stole his identity. Your name is also John Smith.
So that's when I really started fucking with her when she's like, "You're stealing my father's identity," and I'm like, "All right, bitch, it's time. You're going over and above trying to become a friendly friend, and I'm gonna make you one since you want it so bad." And she's never stopped giving milk.
Well, and she
Like-
joined, Locals. It's just, I know. I love
and
it.
then AP got her pregnant.
Then I got her pregnant.
She sat in his window and stole some tissue out of
All right, we got $10 comes in from Dark Star 6909. This one is from Mr. Scott J87, who just made me spit beer on my laptop. Whoa!
Glad we could help.
Salute. $10 for that. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Damn, Skippy. I love it.
I think it's funny that Kimber also ended up in the Scooby-verse.
Yeah. I one time when she would talk about Scooby, and one time I DM'd her from my Scooby331 alt account on Instagram and had her going for a minute, and she's like, "Thank you for saving me, Scooby, and for protecting me from AP and his gang." And I'm like, "Bitch, you know about the YouTube Mafia? You know about the YouTube Mafia?" And she's all serious about it too. She's like, "Yeah, tell me more." And I'm like, "They're really protected by Italians."
Yeah. Like, I remember signing that deal.
I remember, like, somehow it was like I got signed up because I was Italian, you know what I'm saying? And, like, then it just made me in charge of it.
I'm like half Italian. I shouldn't even be that high up in the YouTube Mafia, but here we
I
are.
tell you, I'm only 3/4, and apparently, like, that's all it takes to become, like, you know what I mean, the boss.
I just got to say, like, because I think Irene, you were part of this mafia too, and Jesus fucking Christ, most of us have just been terrible mafia members. I don't think any of us.
We are serious.
Funny.
We're the only mafia members I know that are weekend warriors. You know.
Yeah, we have stuck. We have
jobs and shit.
Scandal that had
warriors. So.
What did he say? It has something to do with the super chats and then like laundering money.
Oh, dude, and the Teamsters. Remember the Teamsters?
Irate's the only one of us that's fucking monetized.
Remember the Teamsters? That's true. He was gonna get the Teamsters after you.
Not for long, dude.
You can't be famous anymore.
I already got a strike against me last Friday, so.
Yeah, you gotta
donate to Irate Prostate so you can get the YouTube Mafia the respect we deserve.
That's
donate
right.
all the money.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry to interrupt.
would give a shit. I have to say good evening and a happy holidays to everybody. I have to drop out. Meetings is starting soon, so I'm scheduled over there.
Hey, tell Quiz I said hello.
I will say hello. I don't think he's on with us tonight, but I will pass on the sentiment. And thank you guys so much. It was fun listening to you all. I hope everyone in chat has a wonderful evening.
You too.
Thanks, Sora. You're awesome.
Happy holidays. Happy New
Good
Year.
night, Eric. Good night, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Night. Night.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
It's awkward when someone leaves.
Yeah.
We all missed him so much, missed her so much. We're like,
I'm gonna go.
No,
you
can't go.
Light bulb in the back. You're back.
Okay. He's got to get that light bulb.
So,
that takes a minute to fill.
It's a new one. Yeah.
speaking of monetization, just this month I gained 2 new patrons.
Nice.
Killer.
Congrats.
Donis, do you know Philip Daniel? AP?
Yo.
He had to go do with the puppy.
I met Philip Daniel one time.
Yeah, Phil is a very talented composer, man. I really I need to do another sit down and just listen to like the last 5 or 6 things you put out. I think the last thing I did was
2020 has been a very prolific year for me.
I bet.
I hate to run out of the door in the middle of an introduction, but they're talking about Scooby over there now. They're doing their best of drama and clips 2020. If somebody else is talking about Scooby, you know, I got it. They said his name 3 times. I gotta go up here like me.
Thanks for coming by, man. We appreciate it. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas to you too, man.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, yo, Mr. AP, yo. I don't know why I said yo.
Little Mr. Late Night Animated Man.
That's right.
You gotta keep jumping in and out. Watch.
Scooby's sense was tingling. Zing, he's gone.
He's like a genie. Yeah. He's gonna come back sounding like Robin Williams.
That would be distressing, man.
Well, man, he's had enough of that shit. I don't blame him. So.
I don't blame him either.
I don't even consider him talking about this drama or giving him attention. It just is what it is. It's something that all of us, some of us all all have dealt with for.
It's kind of like that skin tag, that skin tag on your neck. You just, it's there, and you kind of play with it every once in a while. Every time you look in the mirror, you look at it, you just go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
It's not. Is it cancer? I don't know. I don't want to take the risk.
It's a third nipple.
It's turned into Scooby's name has become like an incidental verb for being really goddamn dumb in my house.
Yeah. Oh, you Scoobied it. Be like, man, you Scoobied the shit out of that.
Yeah. Actually.
Dude, when new people show up and like join chats randomly and start just running their mouth and was like, we're just gonna call people Scoobies.
And the funny thing about this is the whole Scooby situation. All of this could have been avoided if he just did.
Shut up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just he should have just took the L and just went to stepping. And all of this would have been over.
Oh, that wouldn't be Scooby though. He doesn't do that.
Well, everybody's got to have a hobby, I guess.
Like you gotta appreciate the tenacity.
Yeah, his hobby's being a fuck up.
I don't
weird
really
hobby.
have to. No, honestly, I don't have to appreciate it. I can just comment on it without liking it at all.
There's always somebody who just has to taste themselves underneath the chin.
Yeah.
Scooby's that kind of person.
Well, in his case, more like on his testicles.
That assumes that he has testicles.
What?
Well, he does have a tail.
What was that noise?
I don't
that buzz, that's noise. I'm hearing it too.
I don't know.
It's
not
like
coming from me.
Slow leak.
I think it was somebody laughing really hard and overloading their microphone, and it's probably gone now.
Is it me?
I don't know.
Sorry, I closed my thing.
Nice.
No, it's Joker.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It was just mild hiss. It seems like it's gone.
Yeah, he overloaded his microphone when he was laughing.
Shit, okay.
It happens.
I wonder how many times I've done that.
on a less serious note, what is everybody's predictions for the waning days of 2020? Like, I feel like 2020. I think it has something left in it. It's gonna be big.
Oh, it does.
Well, why isn't Becca Fairley in this room with us? Becca, where are you?
You don't have to know. Just know that. You don't have to know what it's gonna be. Just know it's there. You got that feeling. I got that feeling. We're gonna see some crazy shit before the end of the year.
Well, we just had an explosion, like on Christmas Day.
Yeah, in
Not
Nashville.
like that.
Man, so they tried to make a big deal out about that, and yeah,
Was it a firework?
Somebody blew
3 people got
shit
hurt.
up. Yeah, 3 people got hurt. Nobody died. Apparently, the person was driving around warning people.
But nobody ever Excel should ever have to die. Apparently, we're all Spider-Man now. But yeah, remember that? Not even one person, man, should ever die. Apparently.
I'm just saying, like shit like that. Like it pops up like once every other year. Somebody does some sort of like blowing up of the shits and doesn't really hurt anybody.
Well, the public releases of statements that the law enforcement task force has made so far isn't really lending confidence in figuring out who actually did this.
Well, they got a name. I don't
get them.
As a person of
they shouldn't be trying
interest.
to blow nobody up. They
Yeah.
should be fucked up. Whoever did it should be fucked up.
From what I read, the person who set up that nice little car bomb was committing a very elaborate form of suicide because from what I'm reading, they found remains inside the vehicle.
Oh,
And they think that's who
yucky.
built the bomb. So, I mean,
Could be
Okay,
accidental
so
suicide.
an intentional suicide. They wanted to make a big statement with their death.
along with a blaring an alarm and a countdown to warn people to get the hell away from
Okay.
the vehicle.
I mean, it's so fucking dramatic. What the fuck,
Very Batman Arkham City. Or
Yeah.
Arkham Asylum or whatever. Arkham Knight.
It's very comic book, just period.
Yeah, very comic book. Yeah. I do this because screw Donald Trump.
My mom
Wow,
had
you
when I was at my parents earlier. My mom had MSNBC running, and that's all they were talking about with this story. And I'm
I
just
bet.
like, I look at the wreckage and like what they're reporting, and just like this just seems like some sort of suicide with a little bit of property damage.
Right.
So about that microdosing for big tech companies.
Darn COVID causing explosions on Christmas.
Man,
Can't believe
fuck COVID.
I think so that street, that 2nd Avenue in Nashville, on one side of the street is, I think they're mostly restaurants and bars, okay? And on the other side of the street is AT&T, right?
Yeah.
So it seems like they would get a lot of foot traffic right from the, it just makes sense to me. And the COOF, I'm sure people are going out of business, losing all their shit, afraid that their family's not going to have anything. So what about committing suicide, right? And so they get the payment and destroy your business. And so insurance double pays the family.
Yeah, we're going to see three years of increased suicide, drug overdoses, heart attacks, all because of the COOF-driven recession.
Oh, I gotta ask you guys, did any of you guys hear that Bill Clinton passed away? It's probably not true, but I heard that happened. I didn't want to,
Wow,
say it too
Hillary
loud on-
finally killed him. Oh, man.
Everybody that I've asked has been saying that. I heard this. I heard he passed.
He threatened his wife. Was like, well, if you do this, I'm going to come out and tell the truth. And she just pressed the button.
Wait, did you guys hear that, I guess, Bill and Hillary haven't talked in a bunch of months because I guess he threw her book away? She was like, the story is that they were talking about her book, and
It's a shitty book.
People around said that Bill said, I don't want to talk about it anymore, grabbed her book and threw it in a little trash can. And apparently she stopped talking to him, even though they were making TV appearances and shit.
So he's got two benefits. He doesn't have to read her book, and he doesn't have to talk to her anymore.
Apparently.
Call that a win in my book.
But supposedly, I'm just saying right now, it's all rumor. They said that it's supposedly going to be announced shortly, through media or whatever.
No,
and I'm like, I
it's
don't
a
know what
hoax.
shortly means. Let's see,
Sure.
We'll wait it out.
That
Eventually it's
sounds
going
like
to happen
a-
regardless. It does. But I don't know, man. I kind of think all you'd see on Facebook was, oh my God, Bill Clinton died. He was my hero. That's all you're going to see.
Okay, since when did serial rapists become a hero?
People told me that Ruth Bader Ginsburg was, well,
Well, no, I'm from
somebody
California.
said that she was their hero.
I'm from
Disney.
California, and Bill Clinton was never highly regarded in California. So, how
Yeah,
did he?
the chick that told me that Ruth Bader Ginsburg was her hero, I said, oh yeah, I bet if I go back throughout your Facebook, you've never mentioned her besides today, on her death day. I'm like, usually people talk about their heroes.
That's when you know they're the low information.
Oh, she blocked me
people
after I said that, dude.
Whatever gets fed to them by the news about how great some person was. Because my mom did the same thing, talking about Ruth Bader Ginsburg and how great of a person she was. Why? Because it was just fed to her on the news constantly.
But it's like,
And
you've never said her name before.
It was like, you didn't even know who the fuck she was until she died.
Right?
Yeah.
They were calling her RGB. They were like calling her her abbreviation out of order and shit. It's like, yeah, I've heard her name before, but I don't remember people being like, she's my hero, until after she died.
Well, that's how it works.
This chick, I went to school with her, the one I'm talking about, and she deleted me and blocked me after I told her that I could go through her Facebook and probably prove she's never mentioned Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Well, you got to remember, anyone that doesn't support Trump is automatically an American hero.
Apparently. Yeah. Ugh. There's a lot of disgusting shit that I've heard people say that are like anti-Trumpers. And it's like, man, if I said that shit, I'd probably get reported to the FBI, but they could say This it, chick I went to and school with. according to whoever the fuck watched it, that's now what America's supposed to be. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
It was before.
that
Supposed to
reminds
respect
me.
whoever the fuck's in the White House. Doesn't matter if you voted for him or not. Have a little respect for the fucking president, but now they did 4 years without that. Well, 5 probably.
Now it's time to unite and heal.
Oh yeah.
Hey, say hey to people at Twitch. Got Ghost Dog, Stradamantine, and Tiberius Gaming. What's up, y'all?
R.I.P. Ghost Dog.
Yo. And another thing that you said, unite and heal. That's another thing that dadgum had me laughing my
They
ass
stole
off.
it from Trump.
These
Did
same
you guys
people.
know?
These same people.
Go ahead.
These same people that talk about it's time to unite and heal, and then all this stuff started coming out about Biden and Hunter and stuff, and then these same people went, "We need to make a list. We need to send
Trump in jail.
We need to put Trump and his supporters
His
in
entire
internment camps."
Right, his entire family, everyone who has ever said hi to Donald Trump was apparently, enemy of the country. It's weird, man.
This goes pretty well along the lines of what you were saying, Trippypoop, and I know Timma and Irate will appreciate this. I don't know how it happened, but last night I'm sitting there with one of my real life friends, a political person. He's heard my political opinions because I used to live with him. I lived with him for 3 years. Doesn't really care. It's just not his thing. But one of his friends was on, and they're playing League of Legends. I'm watching. I don't know how politics came up, but I tried to say some things that were just kind of like cynical, where I was just like, yeah, I don't think, if you think there's one party full of good guys and another party full of bad guys, I just think that's ridiculous.
You're
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there's good guys and bad guys in both parties.
Yeah.
Then he said,
"Well, there's only Trump said about it, Brian."
Well, then he said, "Well, there's only one party that's going around trying to say systemic racism isn't real." And,
but it isn't though.
But no, I get it, but I even tried to give a nice answer to that, and it was like, even that's more complicated, right? So there's this liberal idea of what systemic racism would be, and there's this critical idea of what systemic racism should be, and it sparked the kind of fire that silenced the room.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a loud, wet fart.
Like,
I didn't say shit to you.
If I wouldn't have been because obviously for Christmas people just give me fifths of alcohol. So if I wouldn't have been halfway through a fifth of Sailor Jerry, I would have just been like, I'm not even gonna fucking comment there, bro. But I wasn't. I was just like, I had to say something, and even that response was just too much for people to handle. Just to make people consider that there could be systemic racism, and there could be a way of framing it that is in the
white people bad,
the liberal order, right?
Quiet, white people bad. Shut up.
Exactly.
We know white people bad, especially if they're orange.
These people.
Yeah, when it comes to these liberal people that talk about the whole that talk about the whole slavery thing, and then I joke around with there should be reparations. There should be reparations for people that have slaves in their family. Like, there was slavery in my family. The white part were slaves.
Yeah.
And watch them
Irish.
go silent.
They don't like it when you bring up Irish because they're like, the Irish slaves were treated so much better. And it's like, okay.
They were worked to death.
I'm sure you were there.
Yeah.
I'm sure you were there.
They were worked to death in fields where their body and chemistry makeup was not conducive to the amounts of sunlight that the black slaves could tolerate.
Well, you know what's really, really funny is when
They
somebody's
also
like,
live in the more dangerous jobs.
when somebody goes, my grandmama was a slave. It's like, your grandmama was 140? Is she still alive?
Wow.
Holy shit. Like, it's been over 140 years since there was a slave within the U.S. Like, what the fuck? You can't have a grandmama unless grandmama's over 140. Or granddaddy, or any of that shit.
Do a quick follow-up on that. Accelerated deconstruction has been on pause, mostly because of the holidays, real-life events, and Alabama football. That's all coming to an end, so I hope for 2021 to have lots of
next Saturday
about critical theory every Saturday at 8 p.m. Central. You guys can do the math on your own time zone. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I also think that for content for us, I think the Biden administration is going to just be it's going to be more than we can cover in a night. It's going to be more than we can cover in a night.
Give it time. We'll wait until the 6th, and then we'll know who the president is. It's going to be Trump again. I can't.
I'm sorry. Hang on. Somebody just blew my mind. Alabama has a football team?
I think it's College. You know where that is? College? That's how you say that place? I've never been to one.
Only if you're Quebecois.
Ah.
Yeah.
Politics.
Alabama has a football team.
Alabama.
They always win.
Cool. Are they any good?
They any good?
Well, okay. So in the next Friday is going to be Friday afternoon. Is going to be the I guess what is the quarterfinals for the national championship, and Alabama's playing Notre Dame.
I wanted to hear if they were any good,
that's
though.
going to be a real good game.
Yeah.
Notre Dame is going to get shit on. I'm sorry. I don't even watch football. I just listen to enough talk radio to just know that Notre Dame, like, part of the reason they got in the championship is because it's still kind of a bullshit system, and their fans are going to show up, and that makes money.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they don't have nearly the talent that Alabama has. It's going to be a blowout.
Not the death. Not near the death. Right. I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
I think it's going to be a blowout.
I'm
talking.
I'll believe it when I say it.
Blowout is 30 points, and I'm actually saying I think Alabama is going to beat Notre Dame.
Well, the defense is doing some really aggressive shit, like stripping the ball, which they've never fucking ever done. So maybe I've always had the philosophy of if you score on offense, defense, and special teams, you'll probably win the game. You know?
If you do all three, of course, but college is even crazier because scores can get just out of hand.
Well, it's more emotionally, yeah.
Black Lives Matter, though, football. See, that's how much I know.
That's the NFL.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Coach Saban wouldn't put up with jack shit. Nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just disruptive, and it's
everybody
not part of the process.
I thought they were all going to start having bumper stickers on their helmets for a minute there. I did. You know, just random ass bumper stickers all over their helmet.
That actually brings me to a 2021 prediction that I made. The way the Black Lives Matter movement is structured is you have a whole lot of people that are they want to be part of it, but they don't really believe in it, right?
Yeah.
I think
they don't know enough about it.
Or you're going to see a big fracturing there in 2020.
There's already been. Dude, they've been fighting Antifa and shit.
Yeah, it's going to be put up in the forefront where you have these people that are trying to say Black Lives Matter is an apolitical movement, and they're going to have these other people that are also seeing it's an apolitical movement, yet being political.
Exactly.
And the side that is trying to be apolitical is going to break officially from that other side. So,
right. You saying a group's fracturing? Do you think it'll cause any kind of like big kerfuffle? You think they're gonna start fighting in the streets?
Oh yeah.
I'm blacker than you.
It's already happening in Portland when BLM and Antifa fractured up there. Antifa went in and robbed the BLM riot ribs.
Oh, so okay, I got it. You know what we'll call it?
That's a story you would only know if you lived in Portland, because there's no way the news is going to cover that.
So we should make a documentary and call it The Different Shades of Black Lives Matter.
This is not totally unprecedented.
Skin colors? Yeah. Shades?
50 Shades of Black. There we go.
I mean, it's already a movie. It's got one of the Wayans brothers in it.
I'd like to point out that this kind of internecine conflict on the left is not totally unprecedented, particularly with respect to Antifa. In the Weimar Republic, Antifa was, of course, the paramilitary wing of the German Communist Party. The paramilitary wing of the Social Democrats was the Iron Front, and most of the victims of Antifa in the Weimar Republic were members of the Social Democrat Party.
And that's why you see all that shit happening today with all the fucking socialism crap they would try to push.
Well, no, my point is that internecine conflict within the ranks of the left is often very bloody.
Really bloody.
Well, it seems like it should
gnarly.
be, because they're so fucking staunch in the beliefs that they keep spitting out. Of course they gotta get it real bloody.
they are always purity spiraling. Now, one thing we should keep in mind when we see manifestations of wokeness from multinational corporations is that this is essentially, it's not necessarily socialism infesting these corporations, though you could consider wokeness a kind of identitarian.
They're playing
an identitarian riff on socialism, but it's more of corporations figuring out that woke ideology serves their interest in terms of atomizing individuals. It creates more, in a way, it creates more markets, more possible markets. It increases market share in a weird way. So,
well, they think of it in a marketing area, in a marketing way.
Yeah.
You guys know that chick that made Wonder Woman says that she doesn't care if she's not going to make money off of that movie, that she would rather the message of the film get out from Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that is bullshit, and we all know.
And it's like, that's fucking, that's silly. She's out here just being like, oh, it's my message. Well, what fucking message? Now I'm gonna have to watch.
She's signaling her membership in her class. The virtues that are associated or that are expected of members of her class. I mean, actors and actresses nowadays occupy a similar niche to other media figures, to journalists, to academics. They help manufacture the consensus on which kind of underlines the social contract, and so they feel obliged to constantly affirm the virtue, you know. So
they gotta go find.
It's like
just so happens that what's
really
virtues nowadays.
Church.
Yeah,
it's
pretty church. Not a Scientologist.
It's a new civic religion after the old civic religion, the old Americanism, was swept away starting in the 60s.
Right. Hey, they've been at work for a long time. It's the Russians, man. They got the Manchurian candidates probably still fucking around.
That's actually
Bush.
more likely than
Bushes.
the Russians, truth be told.
It's all the Bushes, man. They're all fucked up. They were Democrats the whole time. You can definitely tell now, if you couldn't tell before.
Dude, do you know how Bush got started? Do you know how the Bush family got started in politics?
How's that?
Prescott Bush and his
Prescott, yeah.
Prescott Bush.
Well, that's a name from the early 1800s, probably.
No, the early 20th century.
He was a liquor smuggler.
Like, nobody's named Prescott anymore.
He was a what smuggler?
He was an alcohol smuggler.
Oh.
He was a moonshine smuggler. He smuggled
like John Kennedy?
Bootlegger?
I mean, Joe Kennedy?
I was just thinking that. I was going to say, like, in his boot, like a bootlegger? Yeah.
And then as soon as that started turning unfavorably, they got into oil.
Let's give him that oil. Did you guys know that oil was sold at one point as a cure for constipation?
Bootlegging, that's the word I was looking for. Bootlegging.
Yeah.
I will say
food poisoning is a cure for constipation.
Yeah,
I will shit yourself to death.
Even if you drink pure cooking oils, you're gonna get the fucking shits.
Well, it was crude oil. They didn't know what to do with it, so they tried to sell it as a medicine. That's what we used to do all the time, you know. Like that's how cocaine ended up being so prominent.
Well, so Adderall was initially sold as a weight loss drug.
Oh, jeez.
I find that interesting. That
can't eat when you're
like,
sleeping.
oh god, like we can't really pass this out as a weight loss drug anymore. But maybe it helps kids focus.
Well, ironically enough, so was mercury. So,
Mr. Scott in the chat says the Chinese picked up where the Russians left off with the communism.
He's actually very correct.
Yeah.
1991, the Soviet Union was completely down. 1992, the Chinese just took all their shit and and took over their ops, man.
Didn't
This
they,
shit is nice.
Isn't that when they got preferred trading status in America?
Yes, Bill Clinton. That's when he got elected. A missile guidance system. I believe that we sold it to them.
Probably.
Okay, that wouldn't surprise me.
That was during Clinton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it definitely doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and the Clinton administration also gave us those toilets that you have to flush 12 times. Yes.
Low flow toilets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's like, okay, you could do one good flush or like 3 shitty ones, and you're using more water with the 3 shitty ones.
Yep.
Well,
Let's go back to the days where you got a toilet.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the days when we got a toilet that could flush a bowling ball.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, pressure.
None of this flush. No. Flush.
Oh
God.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then it sucks in the smell too.
Exactly.
One of those toilets that you have to stand up before you flush it, because if you're still sitting down, it will actually pull you down. Into the
I
bowl.
lost my insides.
That kind of toilet.
It'll suck your asshole out. No, I know those. I used to. So one of the guys that ran Magic tournaments back in the day here in Kansas City, he was ex-military, and he got the I think it was the National Guard Armory to do to give them space to do tournaments.
Okay.
And so that's where we go, right? Like we'd go there for the tournament, and I'd go to the bathroom, and those fucking toilets, Jesus goddamn fucking Christ, that was military grade type suction.
Yeah.
Apparently, MREs make you shit bricks because those toilets were designed for consuming bricks.
I can testify to that. Over 20 years in the Army, you eat 3 MREs a day, and you don't shit for a week at a time. And then when you do shit, you turn inside out. So yeah, you need a toilet that can not only flush a bowling ball, but that can also hold a bowling ball worth of what you've just been eating for the last.
Well, at least it's not a river of lava.
They could.
yeah.
They could have flushed pure fucking mercury down that toilet, and the toilet would have been fine.
They probably did.
And I say that because I have watched there's actually a video of some dude that just had a shit ton of mercury, and he loaded up a toilet system with it, tried to flush it, the toilet just fucking shattered.
Yep.
Turns out mercury's heavy as fuck, even though it's a liquid.
Yep.
It's a metal.
It's a metal, dude.
You know what's really crazy? I was watching some
Consider
shit
heavy
with some
metal.
ancient places, ancient discoveries, and there's a lot of fucking old, I guess they call them like churches and shit, but there's a lot of old ass ancient buildings that had rivers of mercury under them. Like the Great Pyramid, I guess, has mercury in it. And there's a pyramid in, I think, China that had a river, like a river of mercury, or they said it was a little bit bigger than the Olympic school. Yeah, a moat of fucking mercury.
Yeah, it's the tomb of the first emperor of China.
What makes you wonder? It's like, how come they did all that shit to bring all that mercury in there? I mean, like, really, you just wanted a reflective surface, or was there something else behind it?
Back during the days of Qin Shi Huang, they believed that mercury was actually part of the elixir of immortality. So filling up a lake of mercury inside the tomb of Qin Shi Huang was supposed to bring him back to life.
It worked. It probably worked. He just took
Did you
off.
want his Corona Chin?
It's like it works. He wakes up. He's like, I'm going to Vegas. That's it.
Evidently, he looks like Jet Li.
Yeah, I remember that. See, fucking.
We had some of the terracotta in our art museum.
There's also mercury under one in like the Aztec.
Somebody took a cup of what?
Terracotta. The terracotta army that's buried with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a couple of the soldiers, like it was like 8 of them, standing like they were in the thing, and they had pictures of the way it was. They had it was like 100 and something soldiers. Each one is completely different. They're all completely different, individual. It's really crazy, man. Yeah.
I've seen the pictures, and you can see different armor sets and things.
Yeah.
Of course, a couple of them are broke, but they're not badly damaged at all.
Mm.
And they were all lined up in there.
The best part about them is that they have to very carefully preserve the dirt around them, because when they are first unearthed, the pigment is still there. All of those terracotta warriors were painted to match the models from real life. So they preserved the dirt so that they can test the dirt for the pigments to find out what colors were actually supposed to be on the terracotta.
Wow. That's cool.
But yeah, they're not just life-size clay statues. They were actually painted so that they looked as lifelike as
I
possible.
thought they were replicas of his personal guard.
They may have been.
Wow.
You're talking about something that
we
happened
can't see their
like
faces.
2,200, 2,300 years ago, so nobody knows for sure.
We got to guess at some shit.
Well, the legend says those are his personal guard. I don't know how real that is.
It's amazing the communists didn't destroy that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got a.
I sometimes worry about the Tarim Basin mummies in present-day Eastern Xinjiang, that those which are still in possession of the CCP government might be destroyed or damaged in some way. Because first of all, they demonstrate conclusively that Xinjiang, for most of its history, has not been an integral part of any Chinese empire, except perhaps at various periods as a colonial territory. That the population closest in relationship to the original inhabitants, the indigenous inhabitants of the region, are the present-day Uyghurs and other Turkic peoples who descend partly from the original Indo-Europeans.
Wow.
Because these ancient mummies, these 3,500-year-old mummies that date from that were found in the desert of the Tarim Basin in Xinjiang, these mummies were found wearing Celtic-style tardans. They were tall, fair, and it's basically agreed that they're descendants of ancient Indo-Europeans that were native to the region. Yeah, so such as the Yoeji and the Tokarians, etc.
It's stuff. I love that kind of stuff, man. I want to know. You know what I mean? There's like a big mystery there. I'd love to know.
Yeah, it's interesting that some Uyghurs today, particularly the further west you go, still apparently carry those alleles, still sport some of those fairer, more European features. It's kind of interesting.
It is.
That's where the freckles and green eyes come from for their legends.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
and the Chinese, and the Chinese, of course, described ancient Central European. The Han Chinese described ancient Central Asians like the Sakas and the Sogdians and the Bactrians as being, red-haired and green-eyed, etc. So, again, traits which are still present within those populations today, although what happened in Central Asia is very similar to what happened what happened to the Americas after the conquest by Europeans. But in the case of Central Asia, it was a conquest by Mongolic peoples, Turkic peoples, etc., of Indo-Europeans. So
it was just an integration of the genetic material into the earth.
Yes, there was an amalgamation of distinct populations into a new population.
Aliens. It was aliens.
So.
Almost like nature was doing what nature does.
Yes.
We all saw each other and we were like, damn, you hot, baby. And we all
basically, hey, I want to fuck that. I want to fuck that.
I think it's pretty nuts that we all, or not everybody, but a lot of people have Neanderthal DNA. It just means that we all saw them as hot too, apparently.
Yeah.
Well,
we are all no.
We are all the product of some ancient conquest, and
Tartarians, man. It's the Tartarians.
Yes, and often, of course, these conquests have unfortunate results for the men that were vanquished. The women would be, paired off, and so. so the mitochondrial DNA of the defeated population would continue to be propagated, but
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Happened in Europe with the Indo-Europeans.
Don't want to be Giorgio from that Ancient Aliens show.
Yeah.
Ancient Aliens, man. It's aliens. Aliens built the White House, irate. They did. They did. Hundreds of years ago. And then
Actually,
we rebuilt it.
Actually, if you want to get an idea of what ancient Europeans were like before the Indo-Europeans invaded from the eastern frontier, just take a look at the modern-day Basques or the Sardinians. They're said to preserve. It's as far as I know. Obviously the
So they
Basques.
look like Neanderthals?
No. The Indo-European conquest was the Indo-European the migration of Indo-Europeans from Eastern Europe, Central Asia into Western Europe only happened like 4,500 years ago or so, I think. So very, very recent in terms of the meta historical scale. So yeah.
It's just the Basque people are just like really hairy. And
yeah, but yeah, they are the one of the few groups in Europe that speaks neither an Indo-European nor a Uralic language, and their language is believed to be pre-Indo-European. So it's related. It's descended from those languages spoken before the Indo-Europeans came.
Yeah, I get what
from
you're
the
saying.
steppe. Yeah, which is interesting.
There. What?
Oh, excuse me.
We're almost at the top of the hour. Should we jam a little bit more? Or let's see.
Hey, it's up to you. I'm good.
I just got educated about a whole bunch of stuff that I had to Google. So
yeah.
Hey, now Google Planet X and Nibiru and the Nephilim, and yeah, keep doing that. It's a rabbit hole to fall down.
Yeah,
some
but you
people think
should.
there's a planet in our solar system that's undiscovered, and that's where the original humans came from and shit.
I think you should remain skeptical. It's all very interesting, but remain
yeah.
skeptical when it comes to these things.
Absolutely.
Just stick to the
Unless Donald Trump tells you it's true. I don't know why I said that, but yeah. Unless he tells you it's true.
Okay.
Trump's not right about everything. He's certainly not wrong about everything. He's not right about everything.
It's either one or the other.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and kind of wrap up and we'll call it a night and then send everybody, if AP's doing this thing over there.
He's at jazz.
Yeah, he's still there. Well, all right. So let's chill out and then we'll send everybody away. Timma, give us shoot the juice to us, Bruce.
I don't got nothing to promote right now. I don't. It's the holiday season, and it's. I got at least another week before I'm going to be productive in any way, shape, or form.
Hi. Understood. Accelerate.
I just posted the link to AP's live stream tonight in the chat. He is most definitely doing a show.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, I just want to go back to what I said earlier. I look forward to more accelerated deconstruction. I didn't make up the name. You guys did. I hate it. Everybody else is fine with it. I can't wait to keep doing that on your channel, though, every Saturday. I think we've had a lot of fun. I think we had good streams this year.
Well, we should be able to do it next Saturday. So
sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, for next Saturday is like New Year's weekend.
Yeah.
Let's aim for getting it back going on the 9th and trying to keep it regular.
Okay. That's interesting.
We're talking shit.
Well, I'm just looking. Like, I have friends in from out of town that I know about.
What's her name?
Giannia. Her name is
Okay, hold up. Real quick. I do want to, I just want to claim victory. I had an ex-girlfriend, right? The one that ruined my life. I don't want to say she ruined my life, right? But nonetheless, like, terrible fucking person.
She shit on your heart.
No, yeah, she shit on my heart. Christmas Day comes. I haven't talked to her for 3 years. And unfortunately, it's one of those phone numbers you don't forget. And then I get like a midnight text message from her saying, "Merry Christmas," which lets you know she's alone this year.
And she wants some of that D, bro. Vitamin D.
Yep. Unfortunately for her, that I got to the point where, because it's her, not even my dick was enough to reply to that text message.
You were like, swing.
Whoa, dude.
There's certain types of crazy. I keep saying it.
No, like, I
swing, slash my tires, buddy.
Like, I'm 36 years old. This shit started when we were 24. Like, yeah, it was really easy for me to be like, nope, nope, not gonna do it. Like, sorry.
Smart man.
All right, well, Joker, what do you got coming up? Full Metal Joker.
So, in case anyone hasn't been keeping their eye on Twitter, yeah, I kind of was on hiatus because I'm moving out of my old place into somewhere new.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all settled in. I plan to hopefully get started on making videos again here soon. So keep your eyes out.
Cool.
Nice.
Cool. Philip, what about you, man? What are you working on?
I've been working on a series of pieces for the organ. I've completed 2 so far. I'm working on the 3rd, based on French Christmas carols. Of course, I wasn't going to have them completed by Christmas, but my latest project that I completed consisted of a series of 8 picturesques for various combinations of string instruments, very intense, sometimes avant-garde, but still resolutely romantic in the sense of romanticism works.
Yeah, that's your latest.
Very much.
Yeah.
So very much in my distinct voice, if you will.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I highly recommend, man, just chilling out and just dig the mood. His music has a particular vibe that, you know, that's a very aesthetically awesome.
I've been gradually developing my own, I guess you could say, my own harmonic system or harmonic language that naturally, you know, builds on the past, but trying to push forward in some respects. And, you know, I happen to subscribe to Gustav Mahler's idea that in order to remain faithful to artistic tradition, one ought not to allow it to stagnate. It must develop organically, but it must nonetheless develop.
All right, so Roasted, what about you, man? What do you got coming up?
I'm working on some more videos. I'm hoping to have one out. I'm hoping to have one out tomorrow morning. Not quite sure what I'm doing yet, but I'm hoping to have one put together, and starting next year, I'm hoping to be putting out 2 videos of roasted opinions every week for the entire year of 2021 and see what happens.
Yeah. Trippypoop.
Well, we'll probably be doing something Sunday on my show, or on my stream, my channel, whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, at 11 at night. Yeah,
Cool.
Eastern Standard Time. There you go. I always forget the time thing, but yeah,
cool.
Sunday something. We'll be doing a thing.
So at midnight 30 Central, the Whitey interview is gonna upload in Premiere, and I may be hitting the chat, so I don't know. And then tomorrow I am interviewing a guy named Mitch the Ripper. He seems like a really laid back guy, and I really like. I've been listening to this thing he does with this other dude, and it's very good. Let's see. And Monday, of course, we're going to be looking at China some more, from a historical perspective, of course. So, anyway, it's all about hating communism. That's where I'm at right now.
I'm there with you.
There's no doubt. I guess let's go ahead and say goodbye, y'all. Everybody, I appreciate everybody coming by. Everybody that took part in the open house, thank you so much for coming. It was awesome. I had a ball. I don't know about you. Ready to say goodbye?
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
So everybody head out to go catch our buddy AP doing this thing, late night TV. And if he's not there, go to eJazz and then follow him back over. Y'all have a great week. Catch me tomorrow with Mitch. How about that? Or catch me in a little bit. Thanks.